What's going on, you guys? It's Nick Johnson, your favorite sports YouTube journalist here, back with another video on today's update in the world of sports. I'm going to do it with a little quick NFL action here. As of yesterday's video, I mentioned how the COVID-19 situation in the NFL was out of control, with the fact that over 20 people in the Tennessee Titans organization has been tested positive for COVID-19, therefore putting this week 5 matchup against the Buffalo Bills in jeopardy. So that's been postponed to a later date, and which I'm going to get into in a second. So as of today, the Titans and the New England Patriots, who have two of their best players, Cam Newton and Stephon Gilmore, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore, tested positive for COVID-19 earlier this week. But as of right now, both the Titans and the Patriots have no positive tests to go along with right now. So if all goes well, then their scheduled matchups, including the Patriots' this week's matchup against the Denver Broncos, will go on the schedule. So from what I've been told, the Patriots matchup against the Denver Broncos has been scheduled for Monday at 2 o'clock Pacific on, I believe, CBS. So that's another Monday night doubleheader, because we had one last week against the Kansas City Chiefs, or rather this past Monday. And, of course, we lost that one 26-10. And the Titans game against the Buffalo Bills has been, so far, pending any further updates, has been scheduled for Tuesday. So this will be like the first time ever in football history that a game has been scheduled for Tuesday. Because we always had the games on Thursday nights, Sundays, the usual Sundays, and of course Monday nights. But now you have second week in a row, 2 doubleheaders, both headlined by the Patriots. And you have a Tuesday night game to follow afterwards. So, really interesting. Because of the whole COVID-19 situation out of control. And of course, for the 49ers, they have no COVID positive tests and whatnot. They've just been battling with a hamstring of injuries and whatnot. So, God bless them. But speaking of injuries, you got one coming back from injury, and that's their star quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, who will be coming back after missing the last 2 games with a high ankle injury. So he'll be back for this week's game against the Miami Dolphins Sunday morning. So congrats to him. But let's talk about last night's action between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears, as Nick Foles once again got the best of Tom Brady as he lead the Bears to a victory over the Bucs 20-19, including a crucial 4th down stop late in the game by the Chicago defense against Tampa Bay to cruise to a 1-point win. So Brady and the Bucs now fall to 3-2, while the that was a male lady. While the Bears have improved to I believe 3-2 as well, or 4-1 as we all know it. And they've been one of the surprising stories all year, even with the ensuing quarterback controversy as a result. So, yeah, bench Mitchell Trubisky, switch over to Nick Foles. It's something. But I will keep you updated for this week's NFL action later on Sunday, as we all know it. So, yeah, tune in. Of course, yesterday's MLB action, as the divisional series will conclude after today. The divisional series in Major League Baseball will conclude after today. As I'm going to give you a quick rundown of yesterday's scores. Yesterday, the Atlanta Braves shut out the Miami Marlins 7-0 to complete a 3-game sweep and advance to the National League Championship Series for the first time since 2001. So that's a good 19 years ago. And the Braves become arguably the first team in Major League Baseball postseason history, in my view, if not the first team, one of the latest teams rather, to open up the postseason with 4 different shutouts in its first 5 postseason games. A historic accomplishment for the Braves. It looks like it's the team to beat. So, and they look to be untouchable for the most part. And, of course, they will face off against the Los Angeles Dodgers, who completed a 3-game sweep of their own in big-time fashion over the San Diego Padres last night, as they literally thump the Padres 12-3. an emphatic statement to complete a 3-game sweep of their own for the boys in blue, who will, by the way, advance to the NLCS to take on the Braves for the 4th time in the last 5 years, and their first since 2018. That's right, the Dodgers are going to the NLCS for the 4th time in the last 5 years, and also the 5th time in this 7 or 8 year stretch. Or rather, the 7-year stretch, because they've been to the NLCS in 2013, 16, 17, 18, and now 20. That's 5 times in this 7 to 8 year stretch, and that's a historic accomplishment for a team that's maintained its competitive dominance, but still searching for its first World Series win since 1988. So next week, you're going to have the Atlanta Braves against the Los Angeles Dodgers in the NLCS. Whoever wins the National League pennant will represent the senior circuit in the World Series. So that's really going to be a good matchup between two National League teams who have begun the postseason undefeated as a result. One of them will have their first loss, and one of them is going to go down, and the other will move on. So that's a good series. Meanwhile, the Houston Astros, then their batting lineup, have dominated the Oakland Athletics pitching staff en route to an 11-6 victory to win their ALDS matchup against the A's in 4 games, 3 games to 1, to advance to the American League Championship Series for the 4th year in a row. Now, this is an Astros team that has overcome a lot, that had to endure an offseason of heavy fire criticism and destruction coming their way after it was revealed that they cheated to win the 2017 World Series against the Dodgers as a result by wearing these electronic devices on their inside their jerseys, on their shoulders, to tell exactly what pitch is coming and what pitch to wait on and whatnot. Yeah, of course, baseball is a dirty sport. It has been for centuries, so that's whatever to me. So, yeah. Anyways, the Astros advance, and they will await of tonight's winner in this Game 5 winner-take-all matchup between the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays, as the Yankees was able to stave off elimination with a 5-1 victory over the Rays last night to force this decisive Game 5, which is tonight on either TBS or MLB Network, but I think it's on TBS, so do make sure to check it out. Who you got in this one? Do you think the Yankees will get it back to the ALCS, or do you think the Rays will pull it off? The Rays have not been there since 2008, when they won the American League pennant that year. And, of course, the Yankees are trying to get back there for the 3rd time in the last 4 years. So I'm really looking forward to this matchup, even though I have to be at work. It's going to be a really good one throughout. And I got my money on the Yankees on this one. So the underdog story on this one. So, yeah, Yankees, Rays, Game 5. Winner will take on the Astros in the ALCS. Let me know who you got. And, of course, tonight you have the pivotal Game 5 of the NBA Finals between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat, as the Lakers are looking to close the series out right now and win their NBA tying record 17th championship in franchise history, which will tie the most NBA championships in history with the Boston Celtics, who have 17 of their own themselves. And they're going to go up against a Heat squad that's going to face with a lot of urgency and has been known for making its mark on the historic comebacks left and right throughout this entire postseason. And this is the first time they faced elimination all postseason long. And they're going to come out swinging with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo and Duncan Robinson and Tyler Herro going in full effect. This is a Heat team that's not going to go down without a fight. They're not going to go down without a fight. I can tell you that much right now. And of course, the Lakers will once again be sporting the Black Mamba jerseys in tribute to fellow Lakers legend, the late great Kobe Bryant. You know, the late great Kobe Bryant, they've dedicated this whole season to the Black Mamba, who as we all remember, man, have no choice but to remember, especially at this point in time, who was tragically killed in a helicopter crash along with his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 other people in a helicopter crash on the morning of January 26th up in Calabasas earlier this year. And so far, of course, the Lakers have dedicated the rest of their season up to this point to him and all the other victims involved, because Kobe, of course, played his entire 20-year Hall of Fame career with the LA Lakers as we all know it, 5-time NBA champion, 18-time All-Star, all that stuff. You know, and yeah, so this will be a really touching, fitting tribute for them and for the Bryant family and especially everybody else in the organization to do it. So it's a real blessing for them. So yeah, of course, as a Laker fan, I would really love to see them close it out. Of course, I'm going to be at work, but it would mean a lot if they win this one for Kobe, as they dedicated their whole season to them and to him, what he stood for, and the impacting legacy that he left on and off the court, as we all know it. So, of course, rest in peace to Kobe. And as a Laker fan, this one will be for you and whatnot. So, yeah, go Lakers. But yeah. And you know what? That's actually all I have for today's sports update. I wanted to talk about hockey, especially NHL draft, but I just haven't had the chance to do so, and I literally forgot all about it. But tomorrow, hopefully, I'll give you a quick rundown of this week's NHL entry draft and what my thoughts on that, the good selections, player prospects, profiles, what they can bring to the team, and all that. So do make sure to tune into that. But anyways, that's all I have for today's update. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell com button where you get my daily notification updates of my videos in the upcoming future. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think the Lakers can pull it off tonight? Do you think the Rays will pull one over the Yankees, or do you think the Yankees will pull off an upset? What do you think of the whole COVID situation in the NFL? All that stuff. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that bell comment button where you get my updates. And of course, this is Nick Johnson, your favorite sports YouTube journalist, and I'm out. Peace.